Hello and welcome to Kicktalk Reboot. On this week's programme we have match reports from Thistle versus Beith in the McBookie.com Super Premier Division, and down into the first we have action from Irvine Meadow at home to Cumbernauld. But first is on to the results. McBookie.com Super Premier Division: Cumbernauld 3, Pollock 1, Cumbernauld 1, Athley 2, Largs 0, Beith 1, Troon 2, Cumbernauld 4. Super First Division: Irvine Meadow 3, Cumbernauld 0, Renfrew 1, Govan 0. Ayrshire District League: Winton Rovers 2 and Bank 2, Saltcoats 2, Craigmark 3. Central District First Division: Benburb 1, Vale of Clyde 1, and Central District Second Division: Port Glasgow 0, Glasgow Perthshire 3. So as you can hear, the junior card was decimated after the wintry weather of the past week, but that was no problem at Largs, where they play at the 3G at Barfields, and the score in the McBookie.com Premier Clash was Largs Thistle 0, Beith 1. It was a entertaining but hard-fought affair between both teams. Beith came to Barfields and managed to seal all 3 points, and it was the early goal which settled matters. Calum cut in from the right hand side, and his deflected effort gave Largs keeper Ross Lundy no chance, and that was under 2 minutes, so Largs were immediately on the back foot. They tried to respond. Ex-Kilbirnie winger Matt Bennett, he nearly burst through but stumbled under defender's challenge. Opportunity lost. Beith were trying to build in the lead. The Thistle had Laurie McMaster to thank as he bravely headed clear just in front of the line, and the Garnet Valley side continued to dictate the pace with some dangerous free kicks into the box. The best opportunity for the visitors fell to Darren Christie, but he headed wide from close range. Thistle's Jamie McDonald then saw yellow, and a free kick was given again to Beith, who put in another dangerous ball, but McDonald was back to clear the danger with a header. So Thistle's Craig Little, he made a terrific diving challenge as Beith were on the attack towards the end of the half. So come half time, Morton on loan winger Alec McWaters, he replaced the hobbling Bennett and tried to make inroads to the Beith goal, but was well marshalled by the Beith defence. And Calum for the visitors, he got into 2 dangerous positions but was twice denied by blocking Thistle challenges in 55 minutes. The Largs were putting in plenty of sweat and effort to match Beith really, but they failed to really seriously pierce the away defence. One long cross was nodded on, and an off balance Alan Gilbride volleyed wide, and that was very much illustrative of Thistle's problems in breaking through that defence. James Marks again, he got on the end of a high cross, but it was just too high, and he headed over the bar. So let's say Beith were quite comfortable at the back, and they didn't really have much in the way of problems, but they couldn't find a killer second goal to finish off Largs. McPherson's glancing header from McMenamin's arching cross finished just wide of the post in 65 minutes, and Largs keeper Lundy, well, he did very well to repel John Sheridan's fierce downward header, which looked a certain goal. And Lundy as well, he made a good save from McGowan's pile driver, but the offside flag had been raised. But it was Beith's experienced striker Kenny McLean who came off the bench and nearly grabbed that all-important second goal. But again, Lundy managed to divert it away. So no rewards for Thistle's battling effort. They should still be pleased. They very much held Beith for long periods of this game. And the Scottish Junior Cup champions were very strong throughout, and they created an abundance of opportunities, but just couldn't finish them off. With Largs Thistle coach Stephen Swift after a 1-0 defeat to Beith, obviously a harsh one after last week's good result, but it was a keenly contested affair.
Yep, I think obviously 1-0 and we were always in the game, and that was key. We said to the boys at half time, we've got to try and stay in this, because we realise the quality that Beith have, the likes of the boy Dan Christie and Fries from midfield and things like that. So we thought 1-0, but we never really created any chances. I thought they looked resolute at the back, really strong with Sheridan and McLaughlin, and to be honest with you, I was really impressed with Beith. As much as it wasn't a classic game, I think they're physical in key areas, and I think they're energetic in key areas as well. Like I say, like Christie's energy, Fries' energy. They've got great physicality with the boy Wilson in midfield and Sheridan and McLaughlin at the back. But no, I'm really. You can only commend the boys for their effort. I know we're a bit short in quality in certain areas, we know that, but we can't really fault the boys' effort. They gave us everything, so that's all we can say about that.
Yeah, I mean, it was a cool goal in a way. It was a deflection and just a couple of minutes into the match.
I think Eddie, we spoke to Eddie at half time. I think he's tried to nick in front of the striker rather than actually holding him up and showing him away, but that's it's all done now, so we can only try and, after that we had plenty of time to try and get back into the game, but we never, to be honest with you, never really threatened. I don't think we had a clear-cut chance at all. A couple of bad decisions. Alec McWaters maybe should have found a man when he was in good key areas, in the wide areas, but other than that we never created much. So
no, defended you resolutely, because Beith certainly put Largs under a fair bit of pressure, particularly in the first half. There was a few chances and
I think maybe
Ross made some good saves.
I think Beith maybe say on the other hand they should have took their chances to kill the game, but they never. And like I said before, at 1-0 we were always in the game, so it was always in the balance maybe to get a point, which would have been good for us, but we've just got to push on. We know we've got Beith again, we've got Auchinleck twice, we've got Glenafton twice, and we've got Kilbirnie, so we're up against it. We just want to make a good fight here, and hopefully we can scrape towards the end.
Aye, and saying that, Rob Roy next week, like I say, it doesn't let up, and another tough one, but it is at Barfields. That's the one sort of plus in that factor.
It's a tough league, I tell you. It's nothing's easy. No team you can go, oh by the way, we'll go and win. You've got no given right to win any game in this league, so it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
Absolutely. Okay, right. I appreciate that. Thanks very much.
Cheers.
I also spoke to Thistle assistant manager Kevin Struthers. Obviously, really tough against Beith, Kevin, and so it turned out.
Aye, well, we know they're a good side, and I was saying to the boys after the game earlier, we'll probably not come up against many sides better than that this season. They've got strength and depth in their squad. Look at some of the guys we're bringing on there.
Just bring on Kane McLean.
I know. Kenny's a smashing player. But I didn't think they really created anything clear cut as such. A lot of ones kind of bobbling around about the box, and then we were kind of clearing it and things like that. But again, we didn't create anything clear either. So it was just one of them games. It was tough, hard fought. Both teams giving it their all. But as I say, they've got physical guys in the middle of the park, they've got guys with legs in the middle of the park, they're strong at the back, experience, a threat going forward, and I thought we can take a bit of credit the fact that they came here, beat us 1-0. It was a kind of scrappy goal they scored. I think it took a wee deflection off Angle Bride on the way in, but we just need to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves down and get going again for next week.
And that's it, Rob Roy. I mean, it was a cruel one at the start of the season. We were 2-1 up against 10 men. Don't we remember that one?
Well, you kind of look back at things like that and you think, would it have been different if we'd have held on to that 2-1 win and we'd have 3 points at the start of the season, maybe kicked us on a wee run? But listen, that's the way it goes. It's a cutthroat league. And we look forward to playing against these teams. We've got a lot of young boys in our team, and to come up against guys with that experience and quality can only be good for us, growing as players and as a team as well. So listen, we're looking forward to it, and we'll take them as they come, roll away punches and keep plunking away.
And how are you doing yourself?
Aye, good. Obviously back training and stuff, so back in contention for next week, so it's all good. We'll wait and see what happens.
Great, Kevin. Cheers.
Welcome to Meadow Park, where the final score in this rookie Super League First Division match was Irvine Meadow 3, Cumbernauld United 0. Meadow went into the game in the back of a 3-game winless streak as they prepared for a Scottish Cup tie next week at Corral, looking to get a bit of a bounce ahead of that. They certainly began very well, and in 4 minutes Graham Boyd had a shot from 18 yards deflected wide by the visiting defence, and at the other end Dylan McGuigan had a shot again just from a similar distance which glanced wide of target, and the same player then shot just over the bar with goalkeeper Sean Newman to beat. 9 minutes over, in 11 minutes the deadlock was broken. was Ben Black, shot home from 12 yards after being set up by Graham Muir, a bit of a scramble inside the box. It was a nice finish. And then in Cumbernauld, there was a good chance in 15 minutes when Scott Upton shot just over the bar, 25 yards with the keeper to beat. Then at the other end, Liam Madden went in a good run for Meadow, dodged past a couple of opponents before losing possession. 34 minutes from McGuigan. McGuigan was stopped in the edge of the box by a fine tackle from Ben Black, tracking back. Stewart Hanna then aimed a pass at Boyd, and his shot was deflected wide in 36 minutes. And into the second half, and Jared Willett shot just over the bar 4 minutes after the break. And then a Willett header from a Ben Carson free kick was saved by the keeper. 55 minutes. However, 64 minutes, it was Meadow doubled their advantage when Willett made a great run to the edge of the box before he was upended inside. And the resultant penalty from Ben Carson was saved by the keeper, but the same player rushed in to nudge the rebound over the line, and then just a minute later fully lost possession for Cumbernauld, and Willett nipped in to thunder the ball home from 12 yards, and that was 3-0. After that, it was a foregone conclusion with Meadow continuing to dominate, had a game by the scruff of the neck without adding to their tally, but really they were comfortable, they were in an easy streak. This is a good looking young team that's been assembled by former players, Gareth Turner and Michael Wardrope, with a lot of potential, bags of potential I'd say, looking to sort of use young talent with some experience blended in as well. So from Meadow Park, where the final score in this rookie Super League First Division match was Irvine Meadow 3, Cumbernauld United 0. It's Stuart McConnell for Kicktalk.
And after the game, Stuart spoke to Meadow co-boss Michael Wardrope.
So I take it by the way Ben Carson's goal, that the penalty, the follow-up of the penalty was I take it that was Carson's. He nudged it in.
I look like it for where we were sitting. It looked like he's got the other head of the defender. So
yeah, he must have been pleased with the performance today.
Second half were really good. Dominated the game. We could have and should have won by more. Even in the first half, we had a lot of chances that we could have done better with. But we're pleased, delighted with 3 points. So,
and I think it might push you up a place in the league.
I think given you beat today, we might be closer to them or overtake them. I think.
Fifth, but it was very tight.
I mean, if we get beat today, we're done there. I mean, Renfrew are starting to win games.
I think
so teams at the bottom are
saying you're trying to save yourself first, make sure you stay up. Is that right?
Well, we're just taking it one game at a time. It's a very hard league, as you know. It's 4 good. As I said, if we get beat today and other teams next week win, because we're in the Scottish Cup next week, suddenly we're 8th or 9th.
Won today.
Great 3 points. Boys play.
There's a lot of energy in the team, and a lot of youth and invention. I thought I'm very impressed with Willett.
Really hard working team. That's one of our biggest strengths.
I think as well Ben Black.
Ben Black has been great all season, but today he was actually winning headers and winning tackles. So the dirty side of the game, he did it really well, and that's pleasing to see.
Jared as well getting a goal. He's got a 6 now.
Jared done great for the penalty kick, and he's finished for his goal. It was excellent. So it was.
Okay, was he brought down for the penalty? That's right, that's right. And I think he had another couple of near misses as well.
We could have scored 4, 5, 6 goals.
In the second half, I think it was cruise control, but the first was a wee bit tense.
First half, we played well in the first 10 minutes, and we got the goal. As soon as we got the goal, we switched half, and decision making, we weren't talking to each other, we weren't helping each other, and it gave them a wee chance, but to be honest, they were never really in the game. We dominated the game.
So what in the league your target is to take
just take it again at a time. Just now we're just every week we'll see who we're playing and we'll set up a team to
In
win.
terms of the Scottish Cup, how important is that to you?
It's always, Scottish Cup's massive for Irvine Meadow. Been here when I played.
You got to a semi-final.
Semi-finals and playing at quarter-finals, but as I say, we've got a good chance of going through. I rate Calum at AstroTurf.
That's right.
Played up there with Meadow before, and it was a really windy, horrible day. But
did you win the game up there? Is
we won 1-0.
What was that in?
Was it Scottish?
Oh, right, okay.
I'm sure Gary Fleming.
And they're a league, is it a league below or 2 leagues below?
I think they're 2 leagues below. I think.
So, but I guess with the idea of you taking nothing for granted.
No, we've been up there with the same game plan, the same attitude, and the same work rate, and we'd hope to win the game and get
It'd be great if you could win the last 16 because it's kind of wide open.
There's a few big teams going out and all can like play Beith, don't they?
That's
There's a few big other ties, so you never know. Once you get to that stage of the cup, it's all lucky to draw, and a home draw, and you're laughing. But we're not there yet. We need to
you're pleased with the progress overall.
Delighted. The boys are working really hard, and we're really
pleased. Seems a very good team spirit.
Aye, well, they're all buying into what we want to do, so
yeah.
me and Neely and Gareth are delighted.
Yeah, okay. Good stuff.
Cheers.
All the best.
And that is a wrap on this week's Kicktalk Reboot. Thanks to Stewart McConnell for his reports and interview. I'm Calum Corral. See you next week. Goodbye.